Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again from the OREI team with an overview of the BK-402A 4-input, 2-output, 8K HDMI matrix. This product allows you to very easily select from 4 different HDMI media streams and then send that media stream to 2 external monitors at the same time while providing complete control over which of those media streams are being displayed on each one of the monitors at any given time by using the buttons on the front of the unit or the included infrared remote control. The product fully supports 8K ultra-high definition media content and is both HDMI 2.1 as well as HDCP 2.3 compliant, which means it's going to work perfectly fine with all of your modern media gear. The product also provides audio extraction capabilities that will digitally separate the audio from the media stream being distributed and allow you to pass that along through an analog or an optical connection to a home stereo, a soundbar, or an amplifier system for that full theater experience. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a quick unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and then I'll take a closer look at the unit and I'll explain the connections and indicators, I'll list the features and functions the product provides, and then I'll come back and do a quick demonstration to show you just how easy this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the BK-402A. You'll find a single 5-volt 2-amp DC power supply. You can simply plug this end into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a barrel connection on it which plugs directly to the back of the unit and provides all the power you'll need for operation. Also included is an infrared remote control that makes it very easy for you to make your decisions on which input is sent to which output from the comfort of your couch. You'll find a warranty card and a full instruction manual is also included that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and other really important information about the product that you'll need to understand in order to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the unit, I'll list the features and functions, and then I'll come back and do the demonstration. The OREI BK-402A features a full metal enclosure, which makes it incredibly durable and really the perfect choice for both residential and commercial installations. On either side of the cabinet, you'll find ventilation slots that are designed to let any heat that develops during operation escape and keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find an infrared receiver window, and that works with the included remote control. The actual signals from that remote are picked up right here, so it's important when you set this up if you're using the remote control to keep that window visible. To the right of that is a power indicator. The minute you add power to the unit, it immediately starts an internal power on self-test where it checks the electronics to make sure everything is working okay. And once it passes that test, it'll light that LED letting you know the product's ready to use. To the right of that are 2 banks of 4 LEDs each, labeled output 1 and output number 2. These LEDs indicate which of the inputs is currently being sent to output number 1 and which of the inputs is currently being sent to output number 2. And you can change that by tapping these 2 buttons. This one controls output 1, this one controls output number 2. To the right of those LEDs is another LED labeled eARC. This product is compliant with the eARC standard, so if you're using media equipment or displays that use the eARC standard, you can turn that on by tapping that button and this LED will come on. To the right of all of those are a bank of switches labeled config, and these control some of the configuration steps that are available for this particular product, and those are fully explained in the manual. To the right of that is a bank of EDID switches. These control the frame rate and resolution of the input, media content versus the output. And again, both of these are explained in the manual, but they give you a lot of control over how the product operates. To the right of those is a micro USB port labeled service, and that's used for updating the firmware on the product later on if new versions come out. You can simply connect this to your computer using a micro USB cable, move the firmware file to the product to complete that upgrade. On the rear of the module is where you'll make all your connections. Starting on the left, you'll find 2 HDMI ports labeled output number 1 and output number 2. These connect to whatever monitors you'd like to enjoy the content on from your 4 input devices. You'll notice output number 1 has an eARC indicator on it, so if you're using the eARC standard, plug that into an eARC compliant product. To the right of these 2 HDMI ports are 4 more HDMI ports labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these connect to whatever media devices you'd like to share the content from with your 2 output monitors. These are all standard HDMI connections, and you'll want to use a high-speed cable. To the right of that are two audio output ports. This unit provides audio extraction capabilities, which basically separates the audio from the media stream you're displaying on these two monitors and allows you to pass that along through a digital SP-DIF connection or an analog left and right connection to a stereo or an amplifier or home stereo using these connections right here. And that'll allow you to have better quality audio. And then finally, to the right of that is a DC input port. The kit includes a power supply. You'll simply plug that into the wall. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there and provides all the power you'll need for operation. The OREI BK-402A is compatible with most modern HDMI products, including media players like Roku, digital projectors, game consoles, streaming devices, and computer systems. The product's features include full support of 8K ultra-high definition media content. It provides 4 inputs and 2 outputs for connections to your media devices. It is both HDMI 2.1 as well as HDCP 2.3 compliant. It also provides full EDID control and features audio extraction capabilities. Now I'll show you just how easy it'll be to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, over here I've set up 4 small media players. 3 of them are displaying images, and the 4th one is actually looping a video. And I did that to show you that the BK-402A can handle a wide range of different file types. This is the content that I'd like to share with my displays. Over here I've set up 2 monitors as my output devices, and this is where I'd like to enjoy the content from my media devices. In front of me, I have the BK-402A matrix. Now the first set of connections I'll make are from my media devices directly to the matrix. I've already connected high-speed cables up to each of the players. I'll plug the other end of those cables into the HDMI input number 1, number 2, number 3, and finally number 4 connections. Now, it's important you use a high-quality HDMI cable for these connections because this product fully supports 8K ultra-high definition media content, and you'll need good quality cables to actually maintain that resolution on your output displays. And now we're ready to connect up the output monitors. I have 2 more high-speed cables connected there, and I'll plug these into the HDMI output 1 and output number 2. And now we're ready to add power. I've already plugged in the power supply. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it which plugs directly into the back of the unit. And the minute I add power to the product, it immediately starts that internal power on self-test where it checks the electronics, but it's also checking the resolution of the media devices and the resolution of my output devices to make whatever adjustments are needed to give you the best possible picture. And there you go. I've got 2 number 1, so I've got 2 of the first input being displayed on both monitors. Now to change that, I can tap these buttons right here. Let me walk through this on output number 1, and you'll notice it goes black for a second, and that's because the unit, again, is analyzing the input media resolution against the output display and making adjustments to give you the best possible picture. Okay, and that's the video up there right now, so you'll see it move through its paces. There you go. Now if I move the other output to 4, let's see what happens there. That's going to be a different input. And again, it takes about 10 seconds for it to make that adjustment, but it's well worth the wait because the adjustment it makes to give you the best possible resolution is really a big deal. And it's really just that simple. So you can make those selections from the buttons on the front, or you can use the included remote control if you set this up on your media center. And the best part about this product is that it's fully compliant with 8K ultra high definition media content, which means even though you may only be viewing 4K content today, knowing you've got a product that can handle that higher resolution means as you upgrade your media equipment or your displays later on, you can still use the same matrix. And it really is just that simple to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the OREI BK-402A 4 input, 2 output, 8K HDMI matrix helpful. It really does provide an incredibly easy way for you to select from up to 4 different HDMI media devices and send those selected media streams to 2 external monitors at the same time while still providing complete control over which of those media streams is being displayed on each one of the monitors by using the buttons on the front of the unit or the infrared remote control from the comfort of your couch. The product fully supports 8K ultra high definition media content and is both HDMI 2.1 as well as HDCP 2.3 compliant, which means again it'll work perfectly fine with all modern media gear. It even provides audio extraction capabilities where the unit will digitally separate the audio from the media stream being distributed through it and allow you to pass it along through a left and right analog connection or an SPDIF optical connection to a modern soundbar, a home stereo, or an amplifier system for better quality audio. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.